Hey everyone, Carlos here with Bearable Traders. And in this recap, I want to go over one of the stocks we're watching this morning on PayPal. So we had a very nice watch list today, which turned out to be pretty amazing. But PayPal was one of the ones that was on our list. It traded very well. So I want to go over how we found the stock, what was the catalyst behind it, and what we saw in the pre-market that we liked, as well as how we actually traded it at the open. All right, guys, so here's my trades on PayPal. But before we go through this, let me show you how we found this stock. Every morning, this is the Trade Ideas Gappers list. We go through this list here. This is the gapping up list. So everything that was gapping up above 2% we have on this scanner. So Norm and I go through this every morning at 8:30 Eastern time. So if you haven't seen that show, definitely join us and check it out. So right on here, guys, PayPal was up 10%. They had earnings last night. They had some pretty bad news in regards to Q1, but overall the stock did very well after the drop. So again, they missed their earnings for Q1, but even though that happened, you can see how well it recovered after hours, even going up almost 10 to 9% just last night. So that move happened last night. This morning, they when they were up about 10%, and you can see how great this pre-market activity was trading here. So what we liked about this pre-market activity before the market opened, this line here, by the way, I'll show you. This line here that you're seeing there, that is the market open. So that dotted line right there. So what we liked about it before the market open was how great it was trading. We had some really good volume. We had some pretty good action on it as well, creating some pretty good levels and layers here, as you can see in this pre-market, hitting the VWAP, hitting the moving averages, heading back towards this high that we had, the 141.85, and then at the open, obviously now comes in the volume. So let me tell you how I traded it. So what I liked about this was that it came above the VWAP. It hit this level, this 141.85. Now at this point, I don't see anything good to get in on. By the time I saw it, it was actually hitting up here, and it went higher and way back down. Like, I'm not ready to get in it yet. But then it started, once it bounced off this pre-market high that we had, this 141, that's when I saw a good opportunity to go long to retest the high of the day, which is here at that point. So the minute it bounced up, on the way back up, I got in. What I didn't like about it hesitated a bit in this candle. When the next candle opened up, it dropped down. So again, we're not seeing any of this action up here. When I saw that, it looked like it might want to come down towards the VWAP and retest that before it makes its move. So I got stopped out of the trade. Now, look what happens. It holds this 141 again. The better stop would have been a little bit more patient, just slightly below here, just give it a little bit more room. But again, my entry was at the point that I needed to get out where I was there, and it looked like it was going to flush down. I did not want to hold through a pullback, bigger than what this was already. On the way back up, once I saw that it held that, then I went back in for a long. I took some off here kind of to protect some profits and kind of cover some of this loss already. As it squeezed up, to breaking towards the high of the day and past it, that's when I took some more out. Then here, guys, this candle opened up. It looked like it was going to, again, come back down and retest this entry. I did not want to hold to my break-even point. If you guys know by now, my rule is the minute I take profit, now my break-even becomes my stop. I did not want to hold for a pullback to get to that point. So I took everything off here. Was not the right decision because it kept going, but it was the right decision with the information I had at that time, right? Just not being able to hold back to the break-even. You can see how great this traded, came back towards the high of the day and then ripped higher, creating this new high here at 145.09. Now let me show you what happens after that, right? So after this, that was the market open. After that, it continues to trade amazing. So if you look at it here again, after it broke out of this 141 level, this is the entire picture for the day on the 5-minute. Look how great it breaks above this, creates this new high, right? And the reason I put this new high here was because it tested it twice, right? It comes up, rejects right to that 145 level, comes back down right to the VWAP. This is your VWAP line here. Look how beautiful that is being tested there. Again, goes back up to 145, cannot break through. It comes right back down, finds support right at the VWAP. right here again one more time, and then goes back for the third time, this time breaking the high of the day in a nice pop all the way up to 147. So again, pretty good textbook trading here. This VWAP line was just amazing how great this thing was holding. So today, every time it hit that VWAP line, the buyers were ready to step in and push this back up. So that was PayPal, guys. Hopefully you took advantage of this trade. Looking forward to see how this is going to trade tomorrow, because if we look at the daily, again, we had a beautiful pop. We ended strong. If we look at how did the pre-market end, I'm sorry, the after hours. Yeah, so the after hours did hold towards the high. So will be interesting to see how this is going to open up tomorrow. It will definitely be on our list for us to watch. So hope you guys had a great day as well. See you guys in the next video, and happy trading.